Tech here, coming at you with some more Hex coin updates. So, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but last night Hex made a new all-time high, and as you can see by the chart indicated on the screen, we broke a half a penny. Okay, and so Hex is halfway to 1 cent. Now, I'm sure you guys are aware there's been a lot of FUD surrounding the Hex project and Richard Hart and whether or not this project is a scam. Well, for one, I would say all the naysayers have been proven wrong already. This thing's only 150 some days in the making. When I first got on the Hex, I was getting, I think it cost me $200-300 for a couple million coins of Hex. Now you spend $300, you'll probably get like 60,000 or something. I don't know exactly what it comes out to. Maybe 100,000, but way less because the price is just taken off, as most of you guys know. Now, I advise you guys, if you're new to crypto and you're new to Hex, go to Richard Hart's YouTube channel or go to it here on Library and watch his videos. Richard Hart has been a thought leader in the space of crypto. He was a Bitcoin maximalist, and unlike the rest of the Bitcoin fanboys that got, Bybit and the exchanges on their payroll for making YouTube videos, Richard Hart's already a millionaire, so he hasn't had to do that, and he has changed his worldview as technology has updated. Ethereum has progressed to the point where it's just a much better platform than Bitcoin is, and so he has changed his worldview and updated it as he should have. Now, I recommend you guys get into Hex as soon as possible. This thing's been on just up and up and up for the past 2-3 weeks, since like April. This thing has just been climbing and climbing and climbing, and with no signs of slowing down, right? If you look at the Hex adoption amplifier, every day there's like 1,000 more Ethereum getting put into the Hex adoption amplifier. Now, if you need help, if you need to walk through it, you can come, you can ask for help. I can show you how to do it. There's a link in the description, so you can earn 10% more. You click that link, you get some ETH, you go to the Hex adoption amplifier, you put in how much ETH you want, and based on however many ETH gets thrown in, you get your share of the 500 million Hex that will be minted for the day. You take that Hex, you stake it for all the way up to 5,555 days. You get ready for the big payday, and you earn interest based on how long and how much you stake. There's longer stakes better and bigger stakes better, or pays better. So the more you stake and the longer you stake, the more interest you will earn. The big payday is happening at the end of the introduction phase, which is in another 200 days, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it's 350 days total, if I'm not mistaken. But that big payday, all the unclaimed coins will be distributed amongst the stakers. So you do not want to miss that. And if you do some research into the project, you will learn that shares actually become more rare than actual Hex coins. And if you know how Hex works, when you stake Hex, your coins are burnt and you're issued shares. Then when your stake ends and you end your stake, your new Hex is minted based on the amount of shares that you hold. So your principal plus the interest is recreated. Now, after the big payday, the shares become even more rare than they already are. So apparently, every time someone ends a stake, shares become rarer and rarer. And after the big payday, for whatever reason it may be, I'm not too sure, I'll have to do more research on that, the shares become even more rare. And then as time goes on and the longer the Hex project's been out, the more rare shares will become. And at some point, the shares themselves become rarer than the Hex coins. So based on that view, it's not how many coins you have, but how many shares you hold. So people that have more coins now, I'm assuming, but if you do a bunch of small stakes for say 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, after the big payday, when these shares become even more rare, the amount of shares you'll get for say 100 million Hex is just going to be nothing in comparison to what you would get, say, today. And so the longer you stake and the more you stake, the greater your return on your investment will be. Now, there's a hex paper called hex staking in layman's terms, I believe is what it is, which I encourage you guys to go read. If you go to the HEx.win website, you'll be able to find links to all that stuff. But I encourage you guys, man. This thing is taking off like no other. I would get in. I would get in soon because I give it another month and this thing is gonna break a penny. And people have already made almost 100x on their investments if you got in at the beginning. So look for more content coming soon. As always, Crypto Maniac is here to promote Hex. Don't listen to the FUD guys. People have been calling this a scam, and clearly people have already made millions on this project. So don't listen to the FUD. Go to the website, read the paperwork, read the documentation, and just get in, because this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and the longer you wait, the less of an opportunity you have to truly multiply your wealth. I'm out. I'll see you guys soon.